3 years ago, while on assignment, the agent was severely wounded in an encounter with Dr. No and subsequently lost the use of his right eye. Consumed with vengeance, he frequently resorts to violence and brutality and is no longer fit for service with MI6.
Hello and welcome to 60-second retro game. What happened then?
You went here. Oh.
Welcome to 60-second retro game, where the game we are going to discuss today is Goldeneye Rogue Agent.
You wanted to have him to bastardise his intro on you.
It's inevitable. Goldeneye Rogue Agent, not in any way designed to cash in on one of the most popular Bond video games of all time.
No, never.
Not in the slightest. It is a game set in the Bond universe, or a Bond universe where all the villains are still alive.
How, I don't know.
You are an agent who is released by MI6 for being too violent, or not fitting in the ethos, not being good enough for MI6. Blah blah blah. The agent was severely wounded in an encounter with Dr. No and subsequently lost the use of his right eye. Consumed with vengeance, he frequently resorts to violence and brutality and is no longer fit for service with MI6. According to the account, the agent was shot in his right eye by Dr. No during a mission.
That's what it said at the
Yeah,
start of that.
good old
paragraph.
Wikipedia. So your eye, rather funnily, has been replaced with a golden eye that is synthetic and lets you do various bits and bobs. And the game is also interesting that it lets you dual wield guns. You can have two different guns if you so desire. It's completely
it's
pointless. It's not a very good game. I think it's not sensitive enough, the controls. But it's just back at the time as well. EA were criticised for essentially cashing in on the GoldenEye name as well. And it's just like, well, no, just no. I can't claim to have played too far into it yet either. But the fact that you've got a storyline which has you working for Goldfinger to take down Dr. No.
I think so.
And you've got all these other Bond villains, Scaramanga, who's actually voiced by Christopher Lee. Obviously nothing better to do. And you've also got Pussy Galore, Oddjob and Xenia Onatop all coming together in the same game.
It's an atrocious attempt of making. I'm not even going to call it a Bond game. I'm not even going to give it that sort of dignity. It is.
I like
shit.
that the character is himself referred to as Goldeneye.
Yeah. It just seems really, really silly. It's like when they developed the game, they thought, okay, how can we make some money out of this and sort of refer back to Goldeneye the game, because obviously that made a lot of money. I know, why don't we do a former MI6 agent who's gone rogue,
Who has a golden
give
eye.
him a golden eye, and let's call it Goldeneye Rogue Agent. Why not?
No.
It sounds like just reading the end of the plot there.
Yeah.
They left it open for the sequel, which inevitably never happened.
Yeah. A bit of Blofeld in there as well.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It just sounds like I have probably shat things filled with sweet corn better than this game. I really have.
Yeah, stands a good chance.
It's just diabolical. I mean, it's like, you'd think if they're going to, spoilers, well no, it's not even really spoilers, kill Bond off at the beginning.
Even though they don't actually kill Bond.
No.
That is...
You'd think they'd give it a massive death. But what does he die? He falls off something. That's shit.
Yeah, that Bond does have the worst
Simulated
death
Yeah,
ever.
it is diabolical. It's like if Bond was going to die, it would be huge.
Yes.
Huge.
It'd have to be a
Fucking
big
massive.
proper death.
It'd
You'd
be a
have to shoot
nuclear,
him in the face.
then have a nuclear bomb go off just to make sure.
Yeah.
That would be a Bond's death, but not falling off something and then dying.
And then
That's
dying.
a wimp's death.
Yeah.
That's a Bond
That was
villain's
rubbish,
death.
that was, yeah.
And he's not a Bond villain, he is Bond.
Well, the game, apparently, this is going on the Wikipedia entry, the game featured a highly customisable multiplayer component featuring 4-player split-screen play, as well as online play on the PS2 and Xbox, but the servers were closed down in November 2006, which was a good 2 years after the game came out. So I mean, they lasted a while. Servers were closed down due to inactivity. Players can unlock additional customization options by doing well, blah blah blah. There's some locked skins such as Oddjob, Doctor No, and Xenia Onatop, and locked maps as well. A sequel was originally planned but scrapped due to poor sales and reviews. The game's ending heavily suggested a sequel as well. And basically, the sequel obviously didn't happen, and probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because based on the time I've played the game, it's like, yeah, this is subpar Bond. And yeah, it doesn't
Not even Bond.
It doesn't even work, to be honest. I'm not overly keen. It's just the fact that I do like the fact that you can dual wield guns. That was quite interesting for the time, and the fact you can use guards as human shields. That was quite interesting as well. But the rest of it, gameplay wise, I really struggled to sort of get into it.
From what we played of it to capture, it was just, it didn't have anything particularly going for it.
It was just awful.
It was shite.
Yeah, I can't really recommend playing the game at all, to be honest, because I got it just to see what it was like. Really, it was like £2.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, £2, I'm not really losing much, and I wouldn't pay much more than that.
I mean, you played it and went, I think I've been gypped.
Yeah.
£2. That's $1.99 too much to pay for something of subpar quality.
Well, $1.99 was technically postage.
Yes.
I paid a penny for it plus £2 postage.
Yeah.
So. Reviewers,
Still too much.
Yeah, reviewers criticised its lack of innovation and personality despite its unique premise, as well as its mediocre gameplay. Several reviewers also disliked its departure from James Bond canon in its introduction and killing off of characters. The game was noted, however, for showcasing certain levels and multiplayer maps, which is based on locations from the Bond movies, such as Fort Knox from Goldfinger, the shuttle base from Moonraker, and Scaramanga's hideout from The Man with the Golden Gun. But other than that, there isn't really anything to recommend it. I mean, it's
it's good to use as a coaster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, especially as it came out before Everything or Nothing, which is supposedly one of the best. Did it come out before it or after it? I'm sure it said in the reception area.
Let's have a look here. It was preceded by Everything or Nothing, so Everything or Nothing was out before it.
Oh, so
Everything or Nothing was out in 2003.
So Everything or Nothing classed as the Bond film that never happened.
Yeah, they actually fixed a lot of the disgruntled opinions with that game.
Yeah,
and then they
Die Another Day, and then they came out with this shocking pile of cack.
I mean, I can understand the concept of the premise, but I'm not. If they were going to go down the alternate reality route, then why not do it properly?
Yeah.
You know, actually kill Bond instead of simulating it, and then have you sort of like trying to take down MI6 or something, and working for all these villains, and all the villains are sort of working against each other. You could have like this big plot where you're trying to take down MI6, and you're sort of like an agent for hire, taking down all of the other Bond villains at the same time, and you end up being like king of the castle. That would be my idea of
an alternate.
To be honest, that still sounds shit.
Well, I'm sorry.
I really don't think they should even have bothered.
Well, trying to tie it into Bond canon, I mean, maybe just doing it as a separate game on its own and actually work on the gameplay mechanics, that would probably help. Because I mean, trying to sort of tie it into Bond and having this like mechanical eye implant that lets you like see through walls and detect heat signatures and yada yada yada.
It's just cack.
It's like that's just a gimmick. It's, if the gameplay supported the concept, then fair enough. But you'd think after all the time EA held the license, or that worked on the gameplay side of it, and actually made some improvements in that respect. But no, not a sausage. It's awful game. Sound wise again, awful. Gameplay ropey and awful. Not very interesting.
It didn't feel heavy enough.
No.
Gun,
Well, I felt
they've got weight on them. But
the controls felt clunky to me.
Yeah.
It's like you're not in sufficient enough control over the agent in the first place to justify the first person perspective. If it was third person, I could probably let it go, to be honest. But nope, first person shooter, ripping off the Goldeneye name just because they could.
It wasn't even ripping it off, it was just shitting on it.
Yeah.
Shitting on the Goldeneye name.
This is true. So I'm going to leave it there, to be honest. I haven't got anything else
No,
to
that's
say
the
about
shortest
the game.
podcast I think we've ever done.
No, I think we've done a couple shorter.
Have we?
Yeah, but can't remember them offhand anyway. So thank you for listening if you have been. If you'd like to drop us any comments, send an email through to info@randomstoke.com and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. So thank you for listening if you have been, and goodbye for now.